So a steady game today from you both. Very steady.
Yeah, I think it was, very boring at some point because, only interesting point in the game is the opening because I think 96 in this line is kind of a rare move, so
okay,
let's play it very often.
Let's go to that. So Grunfeld. So we promised a sharp fight, and yet, well, let's see. Okay, so b4. I mean, this is it's a very double-edged move. But knight c6. This, according to our databases, this has only been played in a couple of amateur games.
Yes.
So this is a kind of novelty.
Yeah, maybe, but I'm not sure with this move. Maybe because I was analyzing this position for someone else, maybe a few years ago, maybe 2 years ago, and then of course I was analyzing this for white, and I found nothing after a couple of moves. So maybe even the main line like c6, bishop g4, a5, and so on.
Hang on.
Yes.
What do you want? Knight c6, bishop g4.
No, c6 or bishop g4 or so on. So some normal moves. Yeah, they're also.
Of course.
Possible. Also more or less okay for and even online b6 I think is very tricky. Between e5 and b6, e5.
But okay, you played.
I think it's a very tricky move because I think black has some idea somewhere in Dutch defense when white plays before early, then 96 and 95. But here black doesn't have the same drawback with f5. Yeah, so, if it's possible to compare with another lines, maybe.
Okay, but sorry, I'm just going to pick on something you said. When you said I was analysing this variation a couple of years ago for someone else.
Yes.
Now, who is this someone else?
Okay, my friend Potkin,
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
okay.
I think it was at World Cup.
Because I know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yes.
You know what I'm going to ask.
You've
in the past actually seconded and analysed with Magnus Carlsen, so it wasn't for him. But
yeah, I think it's too bad for Magnus. This line is too bad for White.
Okay, I'm going to ask you more about Magnus in a second. But anyway, so here we go. What did you think of knight c6, Alexander?
Knight c6 was surprise for me. So I do not play e3 line before, so I decided to play this variation. But knight c6 I do not study. So from here I'm already starting to think a lot, and yes, I calculate some lines, but do not find something interesting.
Okay, well,
I think b5 is okay. Knight a5, c5 was interesting.
Yes, c5 is
c5 here.
Yes, c5 is important here, but I think here black can even try a6 immediately, and then
a4.
Maybe in case of a4 I have knight c4 move, maybe somehow, and it's not so easy to hold this.
Okay, so suddenly the a5 is...
Yes, and if ba5, ba6 I have almost, this move b6, for example. Maybe here I can take with rook, but also b6 is really nice. Every time.
Maybe rook b1?
Yeah, rook b1 maybe then...
no, rook b1 instead of...
Yeah, I take right. b6.
Sorry, rook
yeah,
b1, yeah.
Takes. Let's say b6. So I'm getting...
c6?
Maybe after c6 I can play just bishop f5 and then knight goes to d6 and to d4. So in general with a file is controlled by black, it should be. It should be more or less okay, I think. But
sharp, it's very sharp.
Yeah, but here is a fighting position.
Yeah, sure, but
pawn on c6.
Yeah, maybe if you don't have enough time to push e5, maybe it's not the best idea, actually.
Yeah,
but even it's okay. With such knight on c4, it shouldn't be dangerous. So I can just improve, maybe play a6 and then put all my pieces to a file. But if I'm going to play the most stupid way, so like 98, 96, but in general, I don't think this position can be somewhat dangerous with black when I have control. Yeah, of course c6 is unpleasant.
Yeah, it's an interesting position.
Yeah, okay, it's still quite unclear actually.
Yes, sure.
Okay, let's go back. So c5 would maybe keep more tension in the position.
Yes, c5 helps more.
But, okay.
First I thought it's almost a draw, but then... Okay, to tell the truth, I wanted to play on very much, but then, okay, knight c4 I think is the right one, because okay, b6 is,
Yeah.
you don't need to spell the
For
structure.
example, if instead of bishop d2 I play queen a4 and b6
Mhm.
and bishop d2.
Then maybe I can have a6.
Yes, that's the point for the black. They have a6 and
But
after this.
maybe I can already try to attack the center like c5.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, after
maybe
a6
like,
you're
yeah, after you frame, I
completely.
think I'm already better because queen on f4 is very
It's like
clumsy.
Yeah.
development is a problem, isn't it? The game has started on the queen side, but the
Yes.
king is still in the middle. It's
Yes.
Also, I can play bishop d2 instead of
But then I can play even knight f6.
knight f6. I was thinking
okay. Which
Maybe knight b6.
which position? Sorry,
instead of knight takes
Oh, yes,
d5,
yeah, instead of exchange.
bishop d2.
bishop d2. Yeah.
Yeah, and here maybe knight f6, maybe knight b6, maybe c6. But I mean, like should be okay, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I
never
think
mind.
knight b6 is
Knight b6, knight a4, I think. That's the trick.
c4.
Yeah, knight c4, knight takes b6.
which one?
What,
Ah,
yes, you
that's
can
the question.
b.
Ah, I didn't see I can go.
Yes, I saw that.
Ah, that's a trick. Yeah.
So that's,
Funny position.
knight a4, I think it's also good.
Yeah, maybe I have enough time to play a6 and so on.
Okay. Well, let's see the game. So knight takes d5.
Yeah, it takes. Bishop d2, knight c4. Yeah, it's very logical, I think. Rook c1.
Rook c1.
And yeah, okay, still a question. So maybe I should have played. Okay, if I'm aiming for something more than a draw, I should play knight d6. But it seems very unnatural to me.
Yeah, no.
Because okay, in general, I don't afraid of taking on c7 and e7 pawns because then I have c file. But the problem if white plays here queen b3, I think. Maybe that's not so pleasant.
What do you think?
Yeah, knight d6.
I mean, because if not knight,
I like this position for
You
white.
like it for white?
Yes, yes.
yeah, I mean,
So knight
if,
d2 is
if white
better.
doesn't play queen b3, then maybe it's I mean, it's not senseless because if white plays a4, then I play bishop f5, and somehow it's not so easy to.
If I take pawn on c7.
And then maybe just rook c8.
No, I mean instead of queen
Immediately,
b3.
then I take on a2. But I think it's in general it's dangerous to play without him.
Go rook c7.
Development.
Take on a2.
Maybe takes, yeah. Yeah, but here bishop d3 already. Here is a good
Yes.
square. Yeah, also shouldn't be great.
No, I think it's good for white.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
So
Knight d2 is correct. Queen d2.
Yeah, so queen d6 is very sound. I don't know. So what else can I do instead of c6? Bishop e2. Yeah, here I could have started with a6, I think, but also it's not so.
but it seems like a very logical way that
No, I mean a6 and then b6 maybe. I mean, okay.
here a6.
I played few logical moves and then okay, I just played few awful. As it happens in this tournament. Yeah, so b6 maybe then. So, okay, I'm not. I can't say white is somewhat forced, but black is.
If I take b6, queen c2.
Yeah, takes on a6, for example.
Knight takes.
And then just
Which one do you want to take?
Bishop.
Take bishop. Okay.
Yes, and queen c7.
yeah, maybe.
Now,
Also fine.
Yeah,
for
and then
no, it's not a draw. It's it's already
better for white.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, maybe because king is not stuck in the center. So
Yes,
in general. Yeah, if white can castle, of course, they are better.
Well,
Yeah.
the bishop's not so good at the moment.
No, I think you played.
Because, yeah, okay, I think I played few
Normal
normal
way,
moves. Yes,
yeah.
bishop b7 is fine.
Yes.
C6 is also fine, but okay, here after e4 I just went absolutely crazy. So, I mean, I can just play something like rook c8, rook d8, e6, bishop b8, and then I wait. So in general,
Rook's here.
yeah, rook a to c8, of course, yeah, because
Okay.
you know, if I explain why did I reject from this move, rejected to play this move, I mean, I think everyone will laugh at me because I thought that queen a5 is really strong. Yeah, but
Queen
okay.
a5.
Yeah, but come on, queen e5, just queen b8 at least. So, yeah,
So
maybe I'm
basically, you
improving
think,
position
okay,
slowly.
so if white just plays, well, okay, rook in the middle,
Yeah,
you just want to play like this?
Maybe rook d8, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm just improving slowly, so.
And bishop b8 and
And black, of course, is not taking any risk, so I can play bishop b8, maybe e6, b6, try to thread c5 sometimes, and then maybe I will make white to exchange on
c6, and then.
Yeah.
Okay, does that sound reasonable to you? Do you think black is slightly better?
I mean, not slightly better,
No.
but like, yeah.
But at least chances to play on.
I mean, just
Equal position.
equal position, but
Yeah.
very much playable because okay, I have two bishops.
Yeah.
Okay, I can
Once-
also play it.
Yeah, okay, of course, knight goes to g5, e4, c5, and so on. But
It's not only black in the game.
yeah, that's the main problem.
Okay, so rook
Okay,
f.
but rook f6 maybe it's just not very stupid. But after rook f2 to e1, okay, here I can, of course, I could, I mean, play some moves like e6 and then maybe then h6 and prophylactics from knight g5, because only active idea for white is knight g5 here. I mean, maybe I can even start with h6 not.
Oh, okay.
So some necessary prophylactics, in my opinion. But as I said, I went absolutely crazy and I made some incredible moves like this. Okay, here I wanted to play queen b6.
Yep.
I mean, instead of taking on c1, of course. So that was my idea. That way, here I found the move something like rook c5, and rook c5 maybe is not so pleasant. So
Okay.
some
attack.
tricky way, yeah, but here I can also play e6, but then knight e5, and it doesn't seem too great. But anyway, it's better than in the game, because in the game I think.
But by the way,
I
in
got worse
the game, sorry, is this possible?
Yeah, e5 is possible, but then I think white just takes on e5, maybe d5.
Excuse me.
Not sure.
I think white have a f4 move. Knight d2, bishop b5, f4 now.
Oh, is f4 a problem?
It's idea to rook c7 because bishop
Oh, yeah,
b6,
yeah.
knight e4, and
Yeah.
also
Yeah, but I mean, with this pawn on b5, like shouldn't be better anyway, because I mean, if white even places its rook to a1.
Hmm. Okay, but that's
already
annoying
more
because.
than enough. Yeah, but e4 is just very strong.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
So
way force.
with the idea of forcing the bishop away and then rook c.
Yeah, maybe bishop d6, but then knight goes to e4, and what it is already losing
Yeah.
everything.
Okay. So e5 wasn't very good at all. I missed f4 very simply. Okay. So rook c8.
Yeah, so rook c8 is also not so great, but I mean, maybe queen b6 here was stronger than rook c8. But the problem is that how did I play? White just gaining this move queen a5, and after queen a5, it can only be better everywhere, because I mean, I completely underestimated this 8 rank weakness, because now. But I mean, maybe Alexander played not the most ambitious moves, because in general b takes a6 was
you
stronger.
think white is better.
Yeah, I think
But
maybe itself white is not
you mean what?
better, but I mean some concrete moves, because here maybe h3. It was something important to play to weakness. And here the idea to bring the knight on c5. And I mean, it's not so easy to. Yeah, it's everywhere. So
Yeah,
not
but
like knight
for
g-
example, bishop b7.
bishop b7, then maybe. Okay, let's think. Okay, maybe knight d2 for now. So I mean, even if
e5.
knight c4. Aha, queen c6 here. Finally it works. And yeah, no, but now queen d8. I mean, it looked very dangerous for me during the game, but maybe now.
I do not see any problems.
Yeah, maybe. So,
No, I think it's.
yeah, but I mean, if black isn't losing by first, black is completely fine.
Yeah, you can play bishop b7. I have no time to put my knight on c5. Okay.
Yeah,
if
so that's why I was
will
happy to
put,
take on b5. Yeah, here.
It will be pressure, but I
Yeah, and
think
here I
it's-
think bishop takes b5 was also a little bit more ambitious, but. And I mean,
Okay. Well, let's see how the game ended, which was like this. And I
yeah,
see.
so it's a little bit forced because I want to play b6, but if b6, then knight c4.
knight c4.
And if bishop d7,
Yes.
b6, knight
queen d6,
c4.
queen takes, queen d8, and yeah, white. Okay, it still looks like a draw more or less, but white gains an extra pawn. So
Okay, so in this position you repeat it.
yeah, I think many times,
Yeah.
No, because
many times.
I think, no, I think it's a draw after already when rooks.
When the rooks come off, yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like it. Okay, so let me come back to the. seconds. You both have seconds here. So who is your second here?
My second is my friend Zubarev Alexander. We come from one club, from Kharkov, from Law Academy.
Okay.
So he's helping me here.
Yeah. Big help? Yeah, must be. And who is your second here?
My second is Grandmaster Ildar Khairulin, so it's also. I mean, he's also born in 1990, so it's all this generation, but
Okay.
Also my good friend.
It's funny, I mean, let's say 15 years ago, it was very rare for players to come to tournaments with seconds. Of course, players would always train beforehand, perhaps with seconds or trainers or whatever. But it's now that it's almost all the top players come to tournaments with seconds. So why has this changed, do you think?
But I mean, in general, it's not only about chess health, but also it's good to have a nice person near. So
of course.
Yeah. So also when you bring a friend to a tournament, maybe it's not so boring for you and easier to.
Sure.
I mean, easier to.
But do you think?
Stand against.
I think what I'm getting at is, do you think the role of opening preparation has become even more important than it used to? Is this why?
Yeah. Also, but if the question was only about opening preparation, then we have Skype, for example. So, and you can bring like 10 seconds at the same time on Skype.
That's true.
So like some grandmasters used to do.
Okay, and now coming back to this thing I mentioned earlier. Now, in the past, you've worked with Magnus Carlsen.
Mm-hmm.
Are you continuing to work with him?
I mean, I went to London more or less occasionally because, in general, we have some training sessions together. But absolutely equal. And then, I had completely nothing to do in Moscow. So, in this time in December. So then he asked me if I can come and make some chess stuff for him.
Yep.
And I thought it's a really good idea because I have never been to London previously.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed London.
Yeah, more or less.
Good.
But it's generally, it's really boring to be someone's second. So I'm not planning to
make this your career.
Yeah, sure.
But are you continuing to work with Magnus?
I don't think it's a good idea to talk on this.
I can ask the question.
Before a match, at least.
Oh, okay, fine. All right, well, I'll leave it there. Well, listen, thanks very much to both of you, and best of luck with your future games.
Thank you.
Thank you.